if you are out there and you are a taxi driver in Nairobi, if you drive with Uber, with Bolt, with Faras, with Retrocab, please don't fail to comment on this video. Tell me which type of driver you are. Are you driving your own vehicle? Are you driving a partner's car? Or are you doing part-time driving? If so, please enter for me the amount that you make per day and you make per week or per month, so that we make this conversation realistic. See you right inside this video. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Always a very great pleasure to bring you content related to Uber business, taxi driving, Bolt driving in Nairobi. As you all know, I do a lot of street discussions with taxi drivers, so that I can enlighten you on how much money you can make from this industry if you decide to become a taxi driver, or you decide to buy a vehicle like this one and give it to a driver, and then you start earning some income. There are three categories of taxi drivers in Nairobi. Okay, there are those who drive their own vehicles, like this one, for instance. If it is mine, I drive every day from 8 to 5. There is an amount of money that you can make, and I'm going to reveal that to you. The second category, it is for partners, like for partner drivers, people who drive other people's vehicles and they pay those owners a certain amount of money per day. So I'm also going to give you an idea of how much money those people make. So, and then the third category is for part-time drivers, people who are employed, people who do other stuff, but when they get a moment, an hour or two, they drive their own vehicles. This information actually is not from my own making. It is a summary of all the drivers I interviewed last year. For your information, if you look at my channel, you will find that I have interviewed over 30 to 50 drivers. Not sure exactly how many I have uploaded there. And then something else is that out of all those that agree I record them, there are those others that we have offline discussions. So this is a summary of over 100 discussions that I have had with the drivers. So let us start. If you start driving your own car, you buy a vehicle that is around 650cc to 1300cc, that is the engine capacity. Drivers gave a range of between 200,000 and 100K. So that is their average take home. Of course, some said that those who said that 200K was a highly exaggerated amount, but those who said around 100K, it is a feasible amount. And that I am talking in terms of your take home. So those who take home 100K, then they have to collect around 200K in gross before they pay commission and before they deduct the fuel. So for those who take home like 200K, then they have to collect around 350K before they deduct fuel and commission for the partner. So that is the first category. 100K minimum, 200K maximum, from the information that I gathered from the drivers. The second category is those people who don't own vehicles. They have been given vehicles by other investors and they pay them, let's say, 9,000 per week. For them, their take home is what the owner, like the first category, get minus what they pay now to the partners. So you just take like 100, you deduct like 30 to 40K, because that is the normal amount of money that drivers pay their partners. So the take home for drivers who have partners is between 40 to 70,000. 40 to 70,000. So that is the average that I got from drivers who drive partners vehicles. The other one category that I wanted to let you know is about the part-time drivers. That one was very varied. And one thing you need to understand about part-time drivers is that they drive their own vehicles. If you are a part-time driver, is because you own a vehicle. So any amount that you make, you don't have someone to pay. You just fuel your vehicle. So their income was relatively varied depending on the number of hours that those drivers were choosing to drive and their income was almost equal to what the first category were making, those who drive their own vehicles. So if you are making like, because the owner drivers, those who drive their own vehicles, they make between 3 to 5K per day. So if you choose to drive part-time, then you can make 3 to 5K per day. Depending on how many days you drive in a month, then you can see how much money you can take home. But again, there were so many other factors that I did not analyze, because people who drive part-time vehicles, a lot of them had vehicles that were relatively big, so over 1200 cc and above. So that those were like the Demio, Mazda Demio, the Honda Fit, the Suzuki Swift. So those were guys who are using their vehicles mostly for private purpose, and then when they have time, they go and do Uber. The second category of partners, so people driving other people's vehicle, is mostly the 650cc. The 650cc. So those are vehicles that people buy, and you know what I have always explained is that the smaller the vehicle, the more the money the driver is able to make, and the more the money the partner is able to ask the driver. But those who invest in bigger vehicles, then the driver is not able to make a lot of money, and also they are not able to ask those drivers for more money. So they ask them around 1,000 per day, while those who invest in 650cc vehicles, they can ask those drivers for around 1,300 to 1,800 per day. So what else have I not mentioned? I think those are the details you just need to memorize. If you are driving your own car, 180 to 200K. Those were the ranges given. If you are driving a partner's car, 40 to 80,000. If you are driving part-time, 3,000 to 5,000 per day, depending on the hours that you drive. So I think that information will be helpful to you guys. And if you have questions, always feel free to reach out to me so that we can have a conversation. But I encourage you guys to watch all my videos, hear the perspective of drivers, and other things that we discuss on the street. So it was just that information for today. I'm here with my Kagari, and we are close to ready to hit the road so that we can bring you other content from that other side of town. So it's just that for now. So I'm just going to get in here and try to gurumisha Kagari tukienda.